Brutale is the Italian word for brutal or savage, and that is just what the MV Brutale claims to be.
If you were to take a look down the spec sheet for the Brutale, you'd probably come to the conclusion that it's quite simply a naked version of MV's F4 sports bike, and you'd be absolutely right. It's only when you get to see it in the flesh and you start to admire this gorgeous shape that you realise it's actually much more than that.
Once on the move, the Brutale feels solid and purposeful. The riding position is fairly upright thanks to the wide flat bars, but the rather high position of the foot pegs help to give it a slightly sporty feel. It also emits the most gorgeous throaty growl from its slash-cut silencers.
This motor is basically the same 4-cylinder 750cc unit that you'll find in MV's F4 sports bike, although now on this the fuel injection system has been revised, they say, to boost the mid-range power. Also, this has a very distinctive and I think very, very nice twin slash-cut exhaust system, which is very distinctive and makes a nice noise. Top end power though now is down on this bike compared to the F4, down by about 10 bhp to a claimed 127 brake horsepower.
The chassis layout is identical to the F4, so it's no surprise that it handles extremely well. Despite its aggressive looks and Street Fighter style riding position, it feels sophisticated and smooth, and above 5,000 revs there's enough energy to keep most sports bike riders happy. Although with no wind protection you'd be a brave rider to take this anywhere near its 150 mph plus top speed.
I'm not particularly a big fan of the F4 sports bike, mainly because I think it's uncomfortable. Well, it is uncomfortable, and you need to work the motor very hard to find any real performance. I think the Brutale has gone some way to solving those problems. It's certainly a lot more comfortable, unless you're thinking of taking a pillion, in which case I'd say forget it completely, don't even bother trying. And the motor does have some usable, decent sort of power below 5,000 RPM, which is something you won't find in a sports bike. Big question is though, even if you like this, can you afford it at £10,500?
So it's over to the scoreboard for the MV Brutale. And for style, it's 9 out of 10. It looks and sounds absolutely fantastic. Performance, 7 out of 10. Fine above 5,000 RPM, but we'd like a little bit more at the bottom end, please. For practicality, 7 out of 10. Don't think about taking a pillion rider, and it's Italian, so it will probably need looking after. For value, 6 out of 10. At £10,500, it really is a very acquired taste.